How's it going today, guys? Welcome to another Timberline Productions video. Today we're taking a look at my full pedal board rig. What this is you guys really liked my mini board, which I actually kind of was a video I just threw together. Didn't even bother with high quality audio or anything. Just do a quick tour as some other videos were being finalized on my MacBook, and you guys actually really liked it. I think thus far it's actually my most popular video, which shouldn't come as a surprise because pedal board tour videos of worship sets are actually pretty popular. And there's not a whole lot of them out there. I think I've probably watched about as many as I can take, and then I don't see a whole lot of new ones coming out lately. So right now, we're just going to do a quick walkthrough of my pedal board. Kind of going to work backwards just for a little bit here. So I'm running stereo right now. I have a stereo snake that takes my left and right signal and my power cable to my pedal board. They're all, you can probably see them. You can probably see it in this shot. It's all zip tied together. It goes back to my 2 amps on the left channel, and right now I actually recommend you guys put in either headphones or sit at a desk with stereos on your left and right sides, because I'm recording in stereo. Right now my voice is just in mono, but they're completely hard panned, or pretty darn close to hard panned. The 2 amps I have right now, I have on the left channel, my Blackstar Ht Studio 20, which is actually my more clean-ish amp. It's not like a super clean and a super dirty amp setup, but it is the cleaner of the two. And the one I put in my emergency channel, I'll explain that in a bit. And an orange Dark Terror running into a 210 cabinet. And so working backwards from that, and they're mic'd. The Blackstar is mic'd with an MXL 990 condenser, and the orange is mic'd with a 57, because 57s are just good on dirty amps. So working backwards, I'm going to just take the microphone from its stand real quick. So what I have going on here is this is a junction box that actually handles my left and right signal, because the biggest reason I never wired my board for stereo was a lot of times I was just using 1 amp. I would just use my Blackstar, but I wanted to be wired for stereo because a lot of times I'll either want to do a video in stereo like I'm doing right now, or I'll be in a venue where I want to run stereo and I get the chance to. So that was a big part of Sorry, I think I'm having a phantom power bleed on this XLR cable. So if I freak out or yell ouch, that's why. I have to run phantom power for one of my mics. And so what this does is right now it's in stereo. So the left goes to the left channel and the right goes to the right output. So purple is going to be your left and green is right. So right now both of the amps are getting their respective signal. But if I flick this down, then just the Blackstar is getting a whole summed signal. So if I have delays that run in stereo, or if I have like a reverb that has modulation in stereo, or a tremolo that has some form of stereo panning effect, then it's all completely summed. I guess in this case, a summed pan would not be good because it wouldn't sound like anything. But so yeah, that's actually what this does, is going to sum it all up to a completely mono signal and you'll hear it right now in just your left ear if you're using headphones, just to the Blackstar. And then in the middle, because this is actually a pickup selector for a Les Paul, so in the middle, the left channel is getting everything and the right channel is just getting the right channel. So I'll leave it just in stereo for the sake of this video because it sounds awesome. Sorry, just almost knocked in my IEMs out of my ears. I also decided to put it in my IEMs because I wanted to hear the stereo setup. Cool, back in the stand. And so now we can work forwards. So what I have here is, I have a Les Paul Studio actually running into the board. About to sneeze. Okay, it passed. Sorry about that. Fix my ears. So I run into just a JHS Pulp and Peel compressor. First in my chain, always on. I know a lot of guys are like 99% on, but mine's just always on. I never bother to take it off. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go adjust the gain on my mixer because it's actually running kind of hot. Sorry about that. Your ears probably didn't appreciate that. There we go. And so next, this is going to stay on for the rest of the video. So this whole right side of my board is slaved, well, except for the EQ, is slaved by this true bypass looper. It's just a passive 5-channel true bypass looper. In the first channel, I got my micropog, which everybody knows what that does. Then the next one is going to be my, and this isn't like a mini review of any of these pedals, just kind of giving you a walkthrough. I will say that all my overdrives / I guess it's a boost are new, and so I'll probably get videos up of those whenever I get a chance. My family is just in the process of moving right now, so I don't have where the orange is sitting right now is usually where the pedal studio is. So I don't have my setup right now. I'll get to that eventually. So I have the Hoof Reaper. Which is an awesome fuzz. I usually only use the hoof side, but occasionally I like the Reaper or the octave up. So it stays, and it was my graduation present, my high school graduation present, so it stays. Next is going to be the Caroline Haymaker, which is in the open clipping setting. One second. This mixer clips kind of easily, so sorry about that. Next is the MXR micro amp, which is just the boost. I mostly have this actually for the orange Dark Terror. I like to run, and I'm not doing it right now, but I like to run the Dark Terror at the verge of breakup and then kind of throw it into overdrive with the micro amp that gets, the micro amp, it's pretty transparent EQ-wise, adds a little bit of compression, a little bit of thickness, and so I like it just slamming the front of the Dark Terror. Next is the JHS Twin 12, which is an awesome amp in a box. So that's my overdrives. From the true bypass looper, we jump into the Source Audio EQ, the programmable one. It has different presets I could be using for different guitars, but I really don't. So from there, it jumps, and I have a video review of that, so I can link to that as well. And I'll link to my mini board review in case you guys didn't see it. From here, it jumps into my T1M modded volume pedal. Thanks, Dan, for that. It's a great sounding volume pedal that I like the color of it. I like I like the LED that was put in it, and I can run my tuner out without a loss of tone. So this is just on the tuner out. And obviously, you guys know what that does. Probably could have tuned before this video, too. That would have been helpful for you guys. Okay, and from there, it goes into the M5. It's just a mono signal into the M5. The Ernie Ball doesn't have a stereo out. So from there, it's mono into the M5. And from the M5, the M5 is what makes it a stereo rig. Sorry, allergies. And so the left and right outs go to the timeline and then into the big sky. And they're all slaved with the Disaster Area Designs DMC-6D. So that is an awesome MIDI foot controller. I can basically control my entire board from the entire bottom row. There's, other than the mono to stereo toggle or maybe switching to different patches on the EQ or changing up the fuzz, I really don't have to do anything past my first row, which is awesome. And so what this is it just allows banks of different, here, yeah, you can see the number there, hopefully. Let me check the video. Well, barely. But it goes 1 to 30, and then I have four different presets that you can do in any bank. So I mostly am just in the number ones, and I'm slowly working on bank number 2. So that's going to be here. Oh, and then this is my tap tempo and a favorite setting that I can go to, like if I'm all the way up in, heaven forbid, bank 22, and I want to go back to a standard setting that is bypassed on the M5 and my tape delay and spring reverb. It's just this one right here, on and off, which is awesome. I'll get more into that here in a second. So here's a stereo delay, just so that, I guess, so you guys can hear. So you guys should hear it kind of bouncing back and forth between your two ears, which is an awesome kind of off-kilter delay. Another way stereo is super helpful is modulation on my bigger reverbs is bouncing back and forth between the left and right from the big sky. So Here's just my swell setting, and I can give you guys an idea of the modulation, the stereo modulation. So that's pretty awesome. The way it's tricky, and I'm not going to go through the whole explanation process, but I have to have one patch, it's my favorite as well, on every single page where the M5 is in a bypass mode, so then I can click to it, and then, I'm sorry about that. Say I'm on my swelling patch, I have to click to the one that has the bypassed M5, and then I have to disable that if I want to go completely clean, because the M5 doesn't like to bypass once you disengage the presets like the Strymons do. So one good reason to consider a Mobius. Anyways, so, there's the expander switch over here. It just sends a tap signal to my timeline, and as you guys already saw, the favorite. And then this is cool. I'm going to switch to a bigger setting. When I hold the tap, is it the tap? Yep, it's the tap. So when I hold the tap down, it engages the freeze function on the Big Sky, where it just freezes the reverb. So it's like a pad sitting under whatever you're playing. And I don't have to hold it down. I can lift my foot up, change to something else, and it'll leave it. I just have to hold it down again to disengage the hold. So here. So I'm not playing anything right now, and all you're hearing is and sorry about the butchered playing, but all you're hearing right now is the reverb that was froze. So right now it's flashing hold on the MIDI controller. And I turn that off real quick just by holding the tap. And it's not a very long hold, so it's not like it's difficult to control. And I can also jump into my looper functions by holding this lower right-hand corner, and I can get through all my looper functions, exit out by tapping that. And editing on this is really easy. I had to watch, maybe I'll do a video review of this, because I had to watch a couple videos to kind of learn how, or it wasn't in any of the videos, it was actually in the manual, to learn how to program this. So maybe I'll do a video on that as well. But yeah, kind of an anticlimactic ending. That's my pedal board. Thank you guys so much, and have a good day.